What's up, guys? Welcome back to Channels Maverick here with episode 4 of Osamake. And boy, have I been waiting for this episode. I do believe this is going to be the time when the third heroine, Momo, actually makes her appearance. And obviously I'm kind of biased towards her because one of my favorite voice actresses, Oonishi is voicing her. And I'm quite interested to see how that turns out because that is definitely not a voice that she usually does. And of course, you know, the story itself, we're actually at a pretty interesting point here, right? When you think how the entire story could have ended already in the last episode, and yet, you know, due to some really, how should I say, questionable decisions here, apparently we are going to have to continue pushing forward. The show must go on, right? So yeah, let's just get into the episode and see what kind of shenanigans we get into this time. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Skida! You know, if nothing else, Matsuoka definitely has the screaming down pat. Graph, I don't see Tari. She's right next door, you know. Holy shit, look at her. Assets. I mean, if he had said yes, I think we wouldn't have a story anymore, so... No, but seriously, Shiro and Kuro both have some really... really nice proportions. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, I am laughing so much right now. Just because of who is voicing these characters. Alright. I mean, whatever. Huh? Oh. Yeah, there's a few other characters. Oh, there's Momo. In all honesty, though, like, from all the promotional materials and whatnot, I definitely feel like Momo has a, you know, distinct disadvantage in all this. I mean, looking at, like, for instance, the opening, the ending, and whatnot, you definitely get the kind of feeling that it's really more of a two-way race than a three-way race, right? Although I could be entirely wrong, right? Maybe they are going to go much more forward with it in the future with Momo. We don't know, because, hey, we're literally just beginning right now. But it definitely gives me more of a nisekoi kind of vibe, where it's pretty evident early on who's going to be the main contenders, right? It's definitely not something like like Goroban, which has, where you really feel like they all have equal chances here. Free kill. Oh. Picked up on that? Oh, is this Momo? Hmm? Ah, okay. Because he used to be a child actor, right? Yeah. uh, 4,800 dislikes. That's a good friend there. Actually, I think I should. Okay. Ah! Here we go! Hey! We actually saw her back from episode 1, right? In a TBC television CM commercial. I can't believe this is actually Oonishi voicing this. In all seriousness, though, Kuro should actually know about this girl, right? And again, I'm laughing here because Matsuoka is the direct senpai of Onishisari. Oh my god. I actually thought... No, I actually thought it was just an acquaintance from the past, but actually in the same agency, yes. Well... Again, although I probably, I probably should be looking at the anime just for the anime, but in all seriousness, the fact that it's these people who are voicing the character, it's these people that are voicing the characters definitely makes this 100 times more interesting. Oh, and who are you? Who are you? Is hers actually larger than Kuro's? Python? Python is obviously just senpai, you know, reversed. I think it's quite a common tradition in I'm Enterprise, though, which is the Seiyu agency of Matsuoka, Sakura, and Oonishi. Oh, are you gonna be his manager? What? Ooh. Oh. Oh. Man, Japanese really like to play this word game about this. This is seriously old school, like that joke. Okay, so if it's not in the classroom, it's okay? Mm. Yeah, Shiro is definitely Ponkotsu. One more? Ah, speaking of which... But wait, Momo was seriously just here for one scene and then what? How exactly did they resolve that situation there? Oh, he's got trauma now? PTSD? What the hell is this? No, honestly, I feel, you know, Shiro is. Hmm. Oh? Yeah. He's getting like, no, I hurt her. Wait, the episode title is literally Momo Strikes, and yet she's in it for like what? All of 20 seconds? Mm-hmm. I mean, they literally live right next to each other. Oh. Hey! But seriously, how does this make any sense at all, right? It's not like... Is it... Huh. Okay. So I guess this is a little bit different from the real people then. Because Onishi can't cook. Oh, flashback? Flashback? Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Alright, at least they kind of explained that, right? Because, again, she should know him well enough that. I feel like maybe she's just lovesick. Huh? Mm-hmm. Oh. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. So is this the start of his return? Cool. Okay. Really? Eh. So who are you three? Oh, Kuro's sisters? What? What? Don't tell me like this is another. No. I'm definitely thinking that this is another sort of plan or anything, especially with how everything ended and whatnot. Well, anyways, see you guys after this. Well there guys, we got the third hearing on this scene, and man, I gotta say, hearing Onishisari voice that kind of character using a loli voice, it's just so funny to me. And not to and at this point I can't even really remain objective about it because like I've said in the very first episode, right? She normally doesn't do that kind of voices. If anything, if there's a character that she's more suitable from the three main heroines that we see so far, she should probably switch voices with Sakura, who is voicing Shiro, right? I feel like they voice their respective kind of characters a lot more. Sari, she voices more these kind of cool beauty characters, or even heck, even sexy kind of characters, these cool characters. Whereas Sakura Ayane is more well known for voicing these sort of lolly characters, right? Or at least those kind of high pitched voices. So having this switcheroo, it's interesting, right? But again, I feel like a large reason of why they are voicing these respective characters is because the author is basically memeing on the voice actresses themselves, right? And there's just too many similarities between the voice actresses and the characters that they are voicing that really there's no way to convince me that this is just a coincidence and the author or the production team did not have them in mind while choosing these respective talents to voice them, right? So here, especially in Momo's case, obviously, the most interesting thing about this to me is that they are actually senpai and kohai in the same agency, right? Which is how it works in real life as well. Matsuoka and Onishi are both voice actors within I'm Enterprise, and they do have a senpai kohai relationship as well. In fact, they are a direct line. They are a direct line senpai kohai relationship. So. It's kind of hard to explain this in English, but basically even within the same agency, right? Obviously, you would have your seniors and your juniors and whatnot, but even within that, there are those who you when we say a direct line means that you are basically much more involved within the bringing up of your junior, right? So for instance, in Matsuoka's case, his senior is actually Hikasa-san, who is from Hikasa Yoko, also a very famous voice actress. So it goes Hikasa Yoko, Matsuoka. Matsuoka then goes to Onihisari. So when Onishi just came into the industry, she really did a lot of different voice actor jobs alongside Matsuoka. And then, after Onishi, like her junior is actually Hondo Kaede, which some of you might know, who is currently voicing Sakura from Zombieland Saga, right? But anyways, that's kind of beside the point there. So, basically, the gist of what I'm saying is that there's definitely a lot of references here, but still, back to the voice, right? So this is definitely not a voice that Onishi uses very, very often. Again, to bring some of her more iconic characters, besides Erili from Sainai, I would say Ice Wallenstein from Danmachi, or say for instance the White Queen from Dead or Alive series, or heck, something that's really, really popular right now, Majora McQueen from Uma Musume, right? So more of those kind of cool beauty characters, or those kinds of elegant daughters from rich families, that kind of Ojo-sama kind of characters, right? So to have this kind of voice, I mean, this is typical, and especially for me, because I actually listen to a lot of radios that Onishi Sari actually has. I basically listen to all her radios, actually. So, this voice that she's using right now is typically what she uses when she's memeing on these type of loli characters. So to see her using this kind of meme voice throughout the entire thing, there's definitely, it's gonna take some getting used to, right? I'm not gonna say anything about whether or not it suits or anything, because like I said, at this point in time, I can't really stay objective about this entire situation, since, again, because normally I hear her use this voice in more of a joking sense. I can't really tell anymore if this is supposed to be, you guys should get what I mean here. But anyways, beyond that, as for the actual story at hand, so honestly, I thought that Momo's appearance was actually quite tamer than I expected. I was expecting catfights to come out immediately between Shiro and Kuro and Momo, right? Because, it just seems that the thing to do, and indeed for a series like this one, honestly, to me, it's much more interesting to see the catfights going on between the female characters rather than any actual romance going on between Maru and all the other girls, right? Because this is really such a ridiculous situation here, right? And obviously we can see that this is a situation where they are going to draw out the series no matter what. So with that in mind, it's more like, okay, so how can I keep these things interesting? There's going to be, you could go the misunderstanding route, right? That happens often as well. And here they're not going the misunderstanding route. They're going more so of the sort of mind game kind of route, getting revenge and whatnot. So including like at the very end there with saying that Kuro has gotten amnesia now. To me, I'm instantly suspicious of this, right? I'm being like, is that true? Or is that just another plot by Kuro to sort of win Maru back or something of that sort, right? And so, how that progresses the story forward and whatnot, and how the other girls call her out on it or call each other out on stuff that they're trying to do some secret stuff that they're plotting and whatnot. To me, that is probably the most entertaining part about all this, even if you remove all the actual real life voice actor references and whatnot, right? So yeah. But in any case, we finally got the full cast here, or at least the entirety of the main cast here, and we shall continue on, right? But definitely, I'm still looking forward to the same things, to see them in catfight situations, trying to play mind games with each other and whatnot, and have all that sort of under the table kind of plotting, under the table kind of fighting and whatnot. Because as far as I know, from some reviews that I've read as well, that's also the most entertaining part about this series and why it's actually so popular within Japan. So really looking forward to that. I feel like we are just done with the introduction stage, and already we've got lots of twists and turns. So now the real fun begins, right? Anyways, that's it for episode 4 of Osamake. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.